Ask me anything.
On it. Let's get started.
Probably would have helped if I turned my microphone. Let's try this again. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, skeevers and rat ghouls, for it is I, Gregr Bearclaw. I don't like that. But oh well, who cares?
Look, before we go any further, I want to say something. I appreciate that you brought me to see my sister, and that you were there to talk me down after we left. You're a true friend. I just wanted to tell you that. That we are. I have your back. You know that, right? Well, now that that's out of the way, ask away. Yes, me too. And I got the feeling at the end there that it saw us, was aware of us, whatever you want to call it. Could have just been my imagination, I suppose. What do you think? I thought we were already being extra careful. Does that mean we have to be extra careful now? Great. There I was enjoying my nap. I guess one thing is certain, at least, isn't it? It's official. This is a blight.
You're saying it wasn't official beforehand? Buddy, oh pal. I mean, fair.
Right.
Yeah, yesterday's video went from 130 to 118. She's down.
You'll never know.
She's down.
Let's get started.
Of course.
I sense something drawing near. On it.
Oh, sweet.
You think you are safe?
But the Golden City has
My
fallen.
eyeballs.
I have seen your face and your light. I am you.
Save your pedantic chant for your sermons, Templar. You have killed my brood.
The Maker compels you. Show yourself.
The Maker. There is no Maker. There is no Golden City. But there are demons. Yes.
I hear not your blasphemy. By Andraste and all the divine after her, I order you to face me.
You delusional fool.
That was easy.
We have done it again. I feel the darkness receding. I have seen the work of demon before. Some malefic Karam consort with them. But the Maker must have guided.
Yeah.
Now, you die!
Yeah, that was fairly gruesome. Considering, I mean, all things considered.
Yes!
That ice storm would be really useful right about now. Okay. Very nice. Sadly, Mr. Templar did not survive.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
So that makes me level 20, right? 11, 20. I really want Spellweaver. I really, really want Spellweaver. And it upsets me so much that I cannot have Spellweaver. Okay, I'm level 20 or 21? I'm level 20, okay. What do we want to do? Dexterity, Shield Master, training. Wait, does it upgrade all of those? Sheesh. So I would need to bring my dexterity up to 26. I do not know how useful that would be. I mean, gosh. I'll be right back. That answered like none of my questions. But we're dumping it into dexterity. There we go. So basically, we've run everything except for magic up to the 20s. My character is so rounded for offense, defense, and health. Now we'll go down here and why not? There we go. Shield Master. Ooh. It's a trap.
I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, I missed that. Yeah, I just did that last night. No idea about that. Oh. There is so much I'm missing. Also, there are some of these I straight up do not recognize, actually. That's Awakening, I believe. Huh. Oh. Okay. So this is all the screenshots. But what's the point for me? Okay. So... It's 100 and some. Nope, wrong way. Okay.
The bad men. They are quiet. They call for blood no more. It's my grandmother's. You found it, sir. May I have it? I feel like a mist is leaving. Oh, thank you, sir. I have to live my life.
Okay. I'm fairly sure that was the end of this, right? Should have everything complete, and we should be able to now leave the alienage and head to Logain and take care of all that stuff. Interesting how Logain had... Sorry, not Logain. Come on, what's his name? Hal. It's interesting how Hal let those guys do all that stuff. let's drop a save real quick. See in here? Oh, okay.
Hello again, friend. It looks as though you're no worse for wear after your stay in Fort Draken. We went through our joining together, more years ago than I like to remember. He was exactly the same back then, tough as stone and just as grizzled. I think he understood sooner than the rest of us how ugly a choice it is to let the few be sacrificed to protect the many. Always left himself a soft spot for his recruits, though. Only way he ever let himself down. When I'm well enough, I'm going to continue my journey toward Ostagar. Hopefully I'll be able to trace the heart of the Blight and where the Archdemon itself abides. If we want to defeat this Archdemon, we need to know where it is and how soon it might strike. If there were more of us, I would agree. But as it is, I don't think we can deprive all the armies you've gathered of a commander. Well, I'd be happy to tell you what I know, but it seems to me that you've picked the important parts up yourself. Be firm in your beliefs, protect people from their own ignorance, and be as loyal as you can to your brothers, even knowing you'll share their deaths. Once only, and I'd rather not go again. It's far, lad. And very foreign. The wardens there, they fight darkspawn like you and me, but they're shaped by the winters there in the forest. They're a cold group and don't care like they should about the rest of the world. Their king is weak, and many Anders look to the wardens to rule. I hate to say this, but some of them seem to want it that way. It was near 1200 years ago, and no one knows for sure, except that it began with a group of Anders soldiers. Apparently, they defected from their king's army, vowing that fighting the Blight was more important, and traveled all the way to Tevinter themselves. They were the first ones to track down the Archdemon Dumat, and the ones to slay him, though none survived the battle. But they had picked up followers by then, and it was they who formally founded the Order, and were recognized by Thedas. It's tough to say. Only the fortress in Weishaupt has every record. But there are certainly a few dozen or hundreds in every nation in Thedas. The Anderfells are home to over 1,000. It's almost like the Archdemon chose Ferelden deliberately, knowing how unguarded it is. Archdemons don't awaken on their own, you know. It takes the Darkspawn, tunneling and tunneling, searching for centuries to find one. And with no one to lead them, it must be sheer chance, or maybe instinct, which leads them. What's surprising isn't that it takes so long between blights. What's surprising is that they succeed at all. But I imagine the old gods call to them. And it's that voice in the darkness which drives them through so many generations. The important thing to remember is, none of that matters. When you're facing Darkspawn, all you need to know is to stop them at all costs.
Ah, there you are. I was about to send out a search party. I've been hearing of a great commotion in the alienage. What exactly happened there? Make her forgive me. I should be appalled that such a thing could exist here. But I'm overjoyed you can implicate Loghain. We must end the civil war quickly. What the Blight does not corrupt in this land, politics surely will. The last of our allies have arrived in the city. We cannot delay any longer. I will call for the Landsmeet to convene. Bring Alistair and join me at the palace as soon as you are ready, Warden.
Do I see a light at this tunnel? The end of this Deep Roots tunnel? A light of possibly Dragon Age Awakening? I have no idea what I was just saying. Alright.
As you wish.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Does it immediately send us to the place? Okay, it doesn't, thank goodness. Because I would like to head to camp and take care of some stuff. Mainly seeing if I can go kill Morgan's mother. Because first playthrough, I did it. I killed Morgan's mother. But I have not actually done that. Wait, have I?
So, full of questions, are you? We're in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
Okay, interesting. I wonder if I did not trigger something correctly.
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. I'm sure you'll be...
I don't think I triggered something correctly because... Yeah. Magic. Actually, I wanna know what. We'll wear Kaylin's on. And then I'll plop this. There we go. Wait. Nope, never mind. Alright. Grin. Okay, 15, 15. No idea if this is going to do anything.
It'll do, sure.
Gotta say, Alistair is poorly built. Do I dare? Well, why is he so lightly done? Dude, you didn't want in here. Why'd you come in here? There we go. Then I will... What is Win? Win has that stuff. Arcane Warrior. She has all that unlocked. Let me see about pressing auto. I don't think that actually does anything. We'll just make him a glass cannon, I guess. And he gets everything put into strength. Wait, what? He has no dex, he has no points? Interesting. Ogren. There we go. So we'll go down to dual wield and do that. And then is there anyone else besides Ogren that needs some assistance? Ooh. Holy cannoli. Look at that step stuff.
Enchantment?
Okay, so that's fire damage, physical resistance. You have Spellweaver. Hey.
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have...
talking this entire time, and I was
If there's
not
anything I can do...
unmuted. I'm hopeless. I am hopeless. As I suspected. It's because I've already purchased that book, so there really is no point in me.
You and your friends are formidable. I'm sure you'll be
Ooh, hey, Ooh. That's right, I have a ring of fire damage. I mean cold damage. And then I got resistances. Okay, okay, so cold damage basically does affect the Darkspawn, but it doesn't affect the Darkspawn as great as fire damage. Cold damage does not affect them as much as it does. Yeah. I do believe that was all my money.
Generous as always, Warden.
That was all my money. Okay. These must be traps. Wait, no, that's wind. Okay, good. He already has. I have done all that I can for them. I do not know of the effect it's going to have, but yeah. Royal Palace. Got it. Wait a second.
Warden, I am not surprised it has come to this. And Alistair, if you were even remotely worthy of being called Merrick's son, you would already be in the Landsmeet, now wouldn't you? You have torn Ferelden apart to oppose the very man who ensured you were born into freedom. But do not think you will get past me to desecrate the Landsmeet itself. The nobles of Ferelden will confirm my lord as regent, and we can finally put this to rest once you are gone. You say that with such righteousness. Loghain used to have that ring in his voice. He has not sounded that way in many months now. It is not so clear an enemy when it is your own people you fight. What was he supposed to do? You and Eamon were harassing him at every side, forcing him to empty the treasury to fight you. He never wanted a civil war. After Kaelin died, everyone was supposed to rally, come together to fight the Darkspawn without crying to Orlais for aid. He never anticipated Merrick's bastard would challenge the throne and force this war. You think war is simple, don't you, Warden? You only fight monsters. No one sheds a tear over the death of an ogre. Torture is an ugly business. But sometimes it's the only way to learn what your enemy intends. And it is much harder to tell who the enemy is when all of them look like you. Kaelin was a fool. He grew up a spoiled child in his ancestors' palace. He never knew what it was to be hunted, to starve. Maybe the Grey Wardens killed him, or maybe my lord let him die of his own foolishness. Either way, it may have saved Ferelden. I am not so blind as you think, Warden. I saw the tension between Kaelin and Loghain. My lord is a man of fierce passions, none fiercer than defending this land. If Kaelin threatened that, but whatever he did, it was only in defense of Ferelden. I can end the threat you pose to Ferelden. To arms, men!
kind of wish I could have I have no idea what my train of thought was. Probably along the lines of I kind of hoped I could have saved her, she would have joined me, something, yada yada, along those lines, probably. Ooh. Very nice. Yeah, I don't think there's any better armor than what we already have, is there?
My lords and ladies of the Landsmeet, Tyrn Loghain would have us give up our freedoms, our traditions, out of fear. He placed us on this path, yet we should place our destiny in his hands? Must we sacrifice everything good about our nation to save it?
A fine performance, Aemon. But no one here is taken in by it. You would attempt to put a puppet on the throne, and every soul here knows it. The better question is who will pull the strings. Ah! Here we have the puppeteer. Tell us, Warden, how will the Orlesians take our nation from us? Will they deign to send their troops, or simply issue their commands through this would-be prince? What do they offer you? How much is the price of Ferelden honor now?
There are enough refugees in Mybanor now to make that abundantly clear.
The South has fallen, Loghain. Will you let Darkspawn take the whole country for fear of Orlais?
The Blight is indeed real, Wolf. But do we need Grey Wardens to fight it? They claim that they alone can end the Blight. Yet they failed spectacularly against the Darkspawn at Ostagar. And they asked to bring with them 4 legions of Chevaliers. And once we open our borders to the Chevaliers, and we really expect them to simply return from whence they came?
What's this? There is no slavery in Ferelden. Explain yourself.
There is no saving the alienage. Damage from the riots has yet to be repaired. There are bodies still rotting in their homes. It is not a place I would send my worst enemy. There is no chance of holding it if the Blight comes here. Despite what you may think, Warden, I have done my duty. Whatever my regrets may be for the elves, I have done what was needed for the good of Ferelden. This Alistair could be the son of the stablemaster, for all we know. If he were a true son of Merrick, I would not hesitate to swear fealty to him. But I see nothing of Merrick in this pup. But enough of this. I have a question for you, Warden. What have you done with my daughter? You took my daughter, our queen, by force, killing her guards in the process. What arts have you employed to keep her? Does she even still live?
I believe I can speak for myself. Lords and ladies of Ferelden, hear me. My father is no longer the man you know. This man is not the hero of Riverdane. This man turned his troops aside and refused to protect your king as he fought bravely against the Darkspawn. This man seized Kaelin's throne before his body was cold and locked me away so I could not reveal his treachery. I would have already been killed, if not for this Grey Warden.
So, the Warden's influence has poisoned even your mind, Enora. I wanted to protect you from this. My lords and ladies! Our land has been threatened before! It's been invaded and lost and won times beyond counting. We Fereldans have proven that we will never truly be conquered so long as we are united. We must not let ourselves be divided now. Stand with me, and we shall defeat even the Blight itself!
The Warden. I'm with the Warden. Southreach stands with the Grey Wardens.
Waking Sea stands with the Grey Warden.
Dragon's Peak supports the Warden.
The Western Hills throw their lot in with the Wardens. Make her help us.
I stand by Loghain. We've no hope of victory otherwise.
I stand with the Warden. The Blight is coming. We need the Grey Wardens.
Ha!
Traitors! Which of you stood against the Orlesian Emperor when his troops flattened your fields and raped your wives? You fought with us once, Eamon. You cared about this land once. Before you got too old and fat and content to even see what you risk. None of you deserve a say in what happens here. None of you have spilled blood for this land the way I have. How dare you judge me? Let us end this. I suppose we both knew it would come to this. A man is made by the quality of his enemies. Marek told me that once. I wonder if it's more a compliment to you or me. Enough. Let the Landsmeet declare the terms of the duel.
It shall be fought according to tradition. A test of arms, in single combat until one party yields. And we, who are assembled, will abide by the outcome.
Will you face me yourself, or have you a champion? It is you or me the men will follow. So, let us fight for it. Prepare yourself.
At least he's honorable enough to fight the duel. Let's find out if he's honorable enough to finish the duel one-on-one. Sweet camera angles, I gotta say. I do believe this is the most cinematic cutscene ever.
Underestimated you, Warden. I thought you were like Kalen, a child wanting to play at war. I was wrong. There's a strength in you that I have not seen anywhere since Marek died. I yield.
I didn't just hear you say that. You're going to let him live? After everything he's done? Kill him already!
Wait, there is another option. Batean is a warrior and general of renown. Let him be of use. Let him go through the joining. What does loyalty matter? We are what we are. The joining binds us to the Darkspawn. You know this. If you were to forswear your oath and flee today, you'd find yourself in the Deep Roads, or the Blight Lands given time. You'd seek them out, or they'd seek you.
The joining itself is often fatal, is it not? If he survives, you gain a general. If not, you have your revenge. Doesn't that satisfy you?
Absolutely not. Riordan, this man abandoned our brothers and then blamed us for the deed. He hunted us down like animals. He tortured you. How can we simply forget that? Joining the Wardens is an honor, not a punishment. Name him a Warden and you cheapen us all. I will not stand next to him as a brother. I won't! Some things can't be undone or forgiven. This goes way beyond having spotless honor. We aren't talking about a minor hiccup in his past. I didn't want to be king. I still don't. But if that's what it takes to see Loghain get justice, then I'll do it. I'll take the crown.
Listen to this. Can you see how disastrous a king he'd be? Putting his own selfish desires above the needs of his country? You can't seriously support him.
And I thought the whole idea was to bring Loghain to justice. Funny how plans change, isn't it?
You'd throw away a very fortunate alliance for petty revenge? Perhaps Ferelden is better off without you, Alistair. You can't do this. My father may have been wrong, but he is still a hero to the people.
Honora. Hush. It's over.
Stop treating me like a child. This is serious.
Daughters never grow up, Honora. They remain 6 years old with pigtails and skinned knees forever.
Father.
Just make it quick, Warden. I can face the Maker knowing that Ferelden is in your hands.
I will. I owe that to Duncan.
And your brother. Oh, don't worry,
So
we're
it
reloading.
is decided. Alistair will take his father's throne.
I have a recurring nightmare that sounds just like this. All right. Yes.
Right.
If you think I will swear that oath, Eamon, you know nothing of me.
Oh, that will be me, right? When the Blight is...
Just gonna skip all that. We're gonna load back and redo that probably. Blah, blah.
You made me king. After all this is over with, they're actually going to put me on the... I thought we were... I guess I don't really have a choice in this now. You're the one who got me into this.
Okay. Load. I did not like that outcome. And I shall be right back. Okay. Hopefully this whole thing turns out a little bit better.
There are 3 of us in all of Ferelden, and there are compelling reasons to have as many wardens on hand as possible to deal with the Archdemon.
The joining itself is often fatal, is it not? If he survives, you gain a general. If not, you have your revenge. Doesn't that satisfy you?
Absolutely not. Riordan, this man abandoned our brothers and then blamed us for the deed. He hunted us down like animals. He tortured you. How can we simply forget that? Joining the Wardens is an honor, not a punishment. Name him a Warden and you cheapen us all. I will not stand next to him as a brother. I won't! Loghain is a traitor. We need him like we need to be stabbed in the back. Or have you forgotten how his being a great general didn't help the last time? I didn't want to be king. I still don't. But if that's what it takes to see Loghain get justice, then I'll do it. I'll take the crown.
Listen to this. Can you see how disastrous a king he'd be? Putting his own selfish desires above the needs of his country? You can't seriously support him.
And I thought the whole idea was to bring Loghain to justice. Funny how plans change, isn't it?
You'd throw away a very fortunate alliance for petty revenge? Perhaps Ferelden is better off without you, Alistair. You can't do this. My father may have been wrong, but he is still a hero to the people.
Honora. Hush. It's over.
Stop treating me like a child. This is serious.
Daughters never grow up, Honora. They remain 6 years old with pigtails and skinned knees forever.
Father.
Just make it quick, Warden. I can face the Maker knowing that Ferelden is in your hands.
I will. I owe that to Duncan.
So it is decided. Alistair will take his father's throne.
I have a recurring nightmare that sounds just like this. All right. Yes. I guess it's decided then.
Honora, the Landsmeet has decided against you. You must now swear fealty to our king, and relinquish all claim to the throne for yourself and your heirs.
If you think I will swear that oath, Eamon, you know nothing of me. Reason clearly had nothing to do with your choice, Warden.
We cannot leave Ferelden in a state of civil war. We must have unity. If she will not swear fealty to you, Alistair, and renounce her claim to the throne, she is a threat to us all.
What do you want me to do exactly? Kill her? I can't do that. I guess... put her in the tower for now. Lock her up. Maybe we can find somewhere to send her. Later.
Thank you, Alistair. You show me mercy that I would not have shown you.
Very well then. Guards, take her away. Your Highness, would you address the Landsmeet?
Oh, that would be me, right? I never knew him, but from all I've heard of my father, what defined him was his commitment to protecting this land. Everyone, get ready to march. It's going to take all of Ferelden's strength to survive this blight. But we will face it, and we'll defeat it! We'd better get going. Ferelden is depending on us. You made me king. After all this is over with, they're actually going to put me on the throne. I'm going to be the king. Congratulations. Congratulations? Why would you do this to me? How could you? I've done nothing but regret my blood since the day I was born. I don't want this. I never wanted this. I hate the very idea of it. I thought we were friends. You knew how I felt about this, yet you went ahead and did it anyway. Why? And what I want doesn't factor in anywhere, does it? Funny how it always works out like that. I've just never thought of myself as a leader. I'm going to make a terrible king, you have to know that. How can I make decisions that are going to affect the lives of everyone in the kingdom? I guess I don't really have a choice in this now, do I? I'll do my best, of course, and I expect that you'll be there to help me, right? Good. Then it's settled. Arleman has left for Redcliffe. He says the army has gathered there and is almost ready to march. As soon as we're ready, we should head to Redcliffe ourselves. The blight awaits, right?
He's not happy with me. Now, I'm gonna save. I'm gonna save because I didn't like that outcome. And I want to try to get Honora to marry him because that's what I did originally, I believe. So, yeah. I shall be right back. Alrighty, so apparently I did a big mess up thing and I can't have it both ways. So basically what I think happened was I didn't speak to Alistair enough throughout the missions and the campaign to build up enough of a trust and relationship between the two of them for the two of them to basically for me to say yes, turn Loghain into a warden, and for Alistair to be really upset. I lose I think it was 10 favor on him, but he just listens to me. He becomes king. He marries what's her name, and so on and so forth. Or I could be misremembering, and it could be simply two routes. Alistair dies or Alistair becomes king. And yes, spoilers, that is one of the routes, is if you choose Honora, she executes Alistair. I was furious when I heard about that. So yeah. Well, that's going to be the end of today's video. Thank you guys for watching. God is awesome. Have a wonderful day, and I shall see you all another day. Goodbye.